So we created the zero trust tagging rule to tag end systems that are running Windows 11. So this is pretty simple to do. You just add a rule here, and I'm just doing this for simplicity, but there's all sorts of different rules that you can have. AD groups, AV, IP address ranges, registry keys, processes running, vulnerability or vulnerable devices detected, Windows security events, firewall threats detected. If you're using our EDR, then it ties in with that as well. Again, you can do this on Mac, Linux, iOS, Android. But right now we're just going to focus on Windows 11. So I've created this zero trust tagging rule here. It's already here. And then we're going to go look at the endpoint. So I'll go to all endpoints, scroll down to my Windows 11 machine, and I can see that it has successfully been assigned the Windows 11 tag. If we move this thing off the screen and we come over to our Windows 11 computer, um, why the hell is it up there? Okay, so we're going to open that. And then we're going to click on my little username up there, and we can see the two tags that we're getting with endpoint AV and Windows 11. So that's what we want. That means this machine is successfully getting all of those synchronized from the EMS server that I have running. So if we go to the FortiGate here, I'm going to go to policies and objects. Um, we can look at all sorts of different things. So, there's different ZTNA rules that we can create. So that's from outside, like remote workers coming in. But then also we have these tags, and you can see that Windows 11 tag showed up here, right? So, we could use that external to internal to say, if the machine's Windows 11, allow them to this particular application that we're advertising. But internally, one thing that we can do is we can actually create a rule, a new security policy here, and we just call this test win 11. So let's say the incoming interface for me is going to be X1, and maybe the outgoing interface will be, let's say lab. And the source, the source really doesn't matter. Um, what really matters is the zero trust tag that we're going to have, right? So IP, MAC address, base control here. If we click this, we'll see all of our tags. So we can say if we see Windows 11 on either the IP or the Mac layer, so anything getting that Windows 11 tag, essentially we can do what we want now. So the destination um, is all, and the service is all. So essentially, what this rule would do right here is it would permit traffic um, if you're running Windows 11. So let's just say the role was reversed. I don't know if I still have it. Yeah, here it is. No AV, right? You can just add one of these. You don't have to add both, but I just add both. So no AV. So assume my Windows 11 machine did not have antivirus, and so they're coming from my production LAN, and they're trying to access the lab. Maybe the lab has a lot of sensitive data, and we don't really want users that don't have antivirus running. Maybe they're not joined to the domain. Maybe they're not whatever it happens to be that you can come up with, you can decide to, either permit or deny them. So if the rules that you have are only these rules that are including these ZTNA access control portions, then you'll never have to worry about somebody who doesn't have FortiClient installed or somebody who just, they were able to get onto your network in some way. They'll never be able to get anywhere unless they have this application installed and running. So we could just say no AV. Well, you know what? Deny. We don't want anybody um, from our production network to get to our lab network if they don't have antivirus. So, if they're going from here to here and they have no AV as a tag, then we can just hit deny. Obviously, we want to log violation traffic. And this is one of those rules that you'd move all the way up to the top, right? So this, technically these deny rules usually go all the way up to the top. And that way they're hit first. So if we see any type of thing like, let's just say an unauthenticated machine, they're not joined to the domain. we would have a deny rule up here for that. So they wouldn't be able to get to that sensitive portion of the network. But this is how that works, and this is how you can use it internally, um, to restrict users from gaining access to sensitive parts of the network, and to make sure that the endpoints that are accessing sensitive parts of the network are in compliance. Again, we're going to do all of that through the zero trust tags here. Again, just the tagging rules. And again, oopsie, I don't want to import anything. I want to create a new one. Where's the button for that? Manage tags. Okay, where's my, okay. Oh, right there, I'm blind. Okay, so we could come in here again and say domain joined, uh, and rule, Windows users in an AD group, logged into domain. What's the domain? Jessica.com. Cool. There's my domain. And again, we can add other things too, right? So that it doesn't have to just be that. It could be an AD user group. Let's just see here. Just Where's just users? Domain users right there. Save. And then, we can also edit the logic too. So, this can be and, so one and two, it's got to match it. Or we can do an or here, so one or the other. So you can kind of redefine the logic here if you want, or if you just want to do the default, it ands all of these rules together. So you might have a rule that says log into the domain, part of this AD group, and antivirus is running. If it is, then when we went over here and we messed with this rule, we would just choose whatever that new tag is that we just created, put it here, and we would accept that traffic. So there's a million ways that you can use this to um, secure your network, provide more visibility, and to really just get an idea of, how compliant your endpoints are. But that is kind of a 5,000-foot view on how this works. And if you want to talk about it further, let me know, and we can dive into what I just went over here.